In this video, we will show you how to replace the engine oil and filter on this Ford Fusion with a 2-liter engine. You'll need 5.7 quarts of 530 oil and of course a brand new oil filter. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. We're going to need to make our way under the vehicle, so make sure you're in a safe area to do so. Once you've completed that, we're going to be under the hood and we're going to remove our engine oil cap. We'll turn that counterclockwise until it stops, remove it, a quick inspection, and set it aside. After completing that, we'll make our way safely under the front of the vehicle. We're going to remove the splash shield. This splash shield is held in place with several 10mm headed mounting bolts. You'll find that you have 5 coming across the front, 2 on each side in the center, and then you'll also find 4 making their way across the rear of the splash shield. And we can remove this. We'll inspect the hardware as we remove it, replace it as necessary. Now we have 2, 1 along each side here. Now let's move along to each side. Moving towards the rear. Remove the splash shield. With that shield out of the way, you can see your engine oil pan, and along the back side of it, your engine oil drain plug. We'll have our collection receptacle under this area so we can recycle the fluid properly. Using a 15mm, let's remove our drain plug. See the gasket sticking on there. As you remove this, be extremely careful. The oil could come out straight rearward, so you want to be aware of that. Once you remove the drain plug, give it a close inspection. If it looks like it's damaged or the gasket's damaged, you need to go ahead and replace it. This one looks fine. While that engine oil is draining, we can move to the front of the engine oil pan. If you were to look just up in this area, you're going to find your engine oil filter. We'll make sure we have our collection receptacle under here. Continuing on, you could try using an oil filter wrench, but typically it's a little difficult to get in there. I have a different oil filter removal tool here. Just get this on there, hold some pressure, turn the oil filter counterclockwise to remove it. As you remove this, there could be oil that makes its way out of this area. Now that that's slowed on dripping, we can remove that. We'll empty it out and dispose of it properly. Once you have the oil filter removed, you need to clean and inspect the base. The mounting point where the brand new oil filter will sit, we want to make sure it has a clean area for our brand new seal. Once you're sure that's clean and there's no pre-existing gasket or debris in this area, we can continue on with our brand new oil filter. We'll use some clean motor oil directly in the center area here. With a gloved finger, I'm going to apply some on the brand new gasket. Now we can get this in the vehicle. As for the oil filter, we're going to start this on by hand, ensuring we are not cross-threading it into the wrong position. Once it bottoms out, you want to continue tightening it approximately 3/4 of a turn. Right there's where the gasket made contact. Let's continue tightening this. Once you feel as though you have that tight, go ahead and clean up the mess around the oil filter. Make our way back to the engine oil drain plug. We have our gasket in place. We're going to clean and inspect the engine oil pan in the mounting area. As you can tell, the engine oil is still dripping out of here. You can continue waiting if you need to, but it's typically going to take a while. Once I have a small drip like this, it's okay to go ahead and reinstall that engine oil drain plug. Lightly snug the drain plug with your wrench. Torque that to 20 foot-pounds. Now that that's torqued, let's clean our mess. Now we can install our splash shield. We'll get this in position. I'm going to start with the 2 center mounting bolts. That'll temporarily hold this in place while we continue on to all others. Just going to get this lined up. Let's make our way to the back side here. We have 4 mounting bolts. Continuing on, we're going to go for the 5 forward mounting bolts. After everything's started in, we'll go ahead and snug them up. Double check, make sure that's secured. You can make your way out from under the vehicle. We're back up under the hood. It's time to add oil. We'll be using a funnel because we don't want to spill anything all along the top of the engine. I'm going to start with my first 0.7 quarts of oil here, and we'll continue on to the next 5 after that. Let's have a look along the side here. Looks like I need to go a little bit further. Try to leave about a 1/4 quart in there. Continue on to the others. Got our last quart here. Let's remove the funnel. Reinstall our engine oil cap. Just Clean up the mess along the top here. Now the next thing you want to do is go ahead and start up the car. Let it run for approximately 15 seconds and turn it off. After that, we're going to make our way back out here to the engine oil dipstick. All right, we've run it for a short while here. We can remove the engine oil dipstick. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and wipe down the dipstick real quick. I'm going to show you what you're looking for. Now looking at the tip of the dipstick, you should be able to see that there's 2 dots, and in between those 2 dots, there's a hatched area. The hatched area is directly where we want to be with our engine oil level. If we're below the hatched area, you need to add a little bit of oil. If you're a little bit above the hatched area, that's generally fine, but if you're above the small dot, you need to drain some out. Let's reinsert this. Pull that out. And now just a quick inspection here. As you can tell, our engine oil level is perfect. Reinstall your engine oil dipstick. Okay friend, we've finished changing the engine oil and filter. The next thing you want to do is make your way in the passenger compartment so you can reset the oil life monitor. From inside the passenger compartment, you want to have your key in the on position. Now we'll be paying attention inside the gauge cluster here along the left side. We need to scroll down to the settings screen right down here. To do that, I'm using the buttons on the steering wheel itself. I'll press down. Once I do get to the settings, I'm going to press OK. Continue on from there, we're going to stay in the vehicle. We're pressing OK. At that point, you want to continue scrolling until you can see oil life reset. Sometimes it'll be up here and you'll have to scroll down. Other times it might just be there already. Now let's go ahead and press the OK button again. It's telling me that we're at 75%, but I do want to reset it, so I'm going to hold the OK button. Perfect. Okay friend, we've finished our oil change and reset. At this point, you want to go ahead and start up the vehicle, check for leaks, and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.